Again. Something hit me in the car, bro. Something gross. I don't know. I felt really gross, so I was guided to come up. Why do my cards look like this? I was guided to come up and, I don't know. That's why I was like, I don't know if I should pull the cards or take a fucking shower. Or what the fuck that just hit me. I started feeling all kinds of, like, I don't know. The body is, the things you feel in the body, you know, emotions or whatnot, are a reaction to energies. So I just got hit with all kinds of energies. When I started to kind of question it, it's like somebody's projecting a bunch of energy at me. Thought energy, I suppose. But it made me so ill. It's like if you're sitting in this energy, if this is your energy, this is horrendous. I started to get all kinds of really, like, those kind of symptoms happen, like, if I'm, like, I don't know. Like, if I don't know. I don't get those kind of symptoms. I was just sitting there, and they started coming in, all kinds of them. I did have kind of a strange day already as far as symptoms and shit. I just started feeling all kinds of weird ways when I was sitting in the car. And I was like, I don't know what this is. So I came up to check the cards. At the bottom of the deck is the Six of Cups. Someone from the past or something from the past. I'm not sure. I mean, all kinds of symptoms. At first, my stomach was like burning and growling and stuff, and I was like, what did I eat today? I was like, oh, I ate some jalapeno poppers. And then next thing I know, I started like just kind of, I don't know, I got this anxious feeling. You know how when you have too much coffee in the morning, right? And you're just kind of feeling a little anxious, you know? Like if you smoke weed and drink too much coffee, if you do that, you know what that feeling is. I felt that next, and then I felt like this numbness come over me. I was like, what is going on? Bottom of the card is Justice. Bottom of the deck. I don't know. I just felt a fucking flush of shit. It was not mine, but I totally absorbed the shit completely. And right now I'm having this, like, it's funny because I went and I refilled my ibuprofen 800, which I usually use only for periods and shit, or migraines. I do have migraine medicine, I just haven't refilled those. I didn't need them for years. But right now my temple is going off, so maybe it's some kind of flush of light. I don't know, man. It was some gross ass symptoms. I felt gross. I didn't know if I was hungry. I didn't know if I needed to go to sleep. I didn't know if I just needed a bath. I didn't know what it was, but I knew I had to get up right away and get out of whatever the fuck I was sitting in. So what do? We look to God. God, what am I feeling? Oh, I want to point out, I fucking anointed myself with this. Hey, did you know that I brought that this weekend? You didn't know. You didn't have time to know what was in my bags. But I told you I wanted to anoint you. I had brought that, and I brought the sacral oil. I was going to totally devour. Anyways, I anointed myself with that. And it has, like, this awesome smell that I remember from, like, it brings me back to, like, this childhood smell. Really? I can see the bottle. It's like you get these little bottles of perfume for little girls. And I can see the bottle, and I can remember the smell, but I couldn't possibly tell you what the name is on the bottle. And it has this really, I don't know. It's like, did you get sick from that smell? No, I've worn it before, obviously. It's not full. I've used it a couple of times. Now, let's talk about this. This is masculine energy, right? We don't use much masculine energy. I pulled up the horn god yesterday, or today, talking about that horny-ass energy. And I expressed to you that that is the emperor energy. That's all great and all, but that's, you know what I mean? What am I doing? I'm calling it in. I'm not acting in that. It took me 3 years to take off my masculine, only so that I could call one in. So I heard this reader say, it's like, they're waiting on you. Well, typically, because I'm all action driven, but you're going to have to realize that I'm in submission now. I couldn't have got here without that. So I'm waiting to see what you're going to do. And if you don't do nothing, then obviously, you know, God will send something else to my doorway. But that's what it means. I'm in Empress mode, and I'm calling in the masculine, which would be an Emperor. So, what's at the top of the deck? Nine of Cups. There's all this goodness around me, and I feel good too. It just hasn't manifested. It's like I see this vision later where I'm sitting with scientists and I show them how to manifest energy into something material. I can show them the movement of energy. I can show them astral travel. I see these visions of where I'll sit down later in life and show them this shit, where I will sit there, and I'm sitting there, and they'll have this weird hat on my head, this like fucking dome thing, and they'll have some equipment monitoring the room for electromagnetic waves, and I will show them that I'm going to create something with my mind in front of me, and they'll be able to use the scientific equipment to watch the electricity in the room gather and formulate this thought in front of them. Now, will it turn into something? No, because it needs materials. I can only put the thought into an energy at that point. And that's the whole magic of magic. It's intentions and belief. You put your intentions, which is your thoughts, and then you believe, you project that belief outside of you. A lot of you put your fucking thoughts and your beliefs on other people, but that's how that works. So, with that being said, is I can feel the energy inside and outside. And all the card readers are reading it because it's so heavy. There is a sense of absolute happiness, joy, and abundance upon me and around my energetic field. And that's what this card is about. The Nine of Cups. I'm going to keep them simple because I was really trying to. And when we're told to go deeper, we go deeper. Go deeper. Not right now, we're not. Alright, so I'm not sure. I went to the Nurture of Cups, so we're pretty damn close. Gratitude, success, achievement, emotional fulfillment, and joy in many or all aspects of your life. Okay, now, and that's what you guys are not reading in these cards, you're not seeing in these cards. I had I walked into a manifestation that's still blooming. It doesn't look, I guess in the essence you would expect that there would be some kind of disappointment on my side, but it's nothing but gratitude because I feel like the door is open. I opened a door to a new future for myself. And like always, I always think that this person, place, or thing is going to be part of that future. And I hope for that. But you have to, if you get caught up on, again, the details of what you expect it to look like, and you're only focused, you know what I mean, you're keeping your eyes on this one and not just forward, then you're going to end up stuck with that person, place, or thing. And what I mean by that is, like, these were huge leaps. Obviously huge leaps that I took for myself and would like to have this, you know what I mean, had worked towards this with this person. But nevertheless, I've opened up the energetic field. It will not close. Now, the person on the other side, if they don't open up, then, and that's what I said, how long will this last? As long as they feed into it. But the second they close it down, then they're stuck back in their own energy. Love is an energy. And it's the most powerful energy, and that's why all that abundance that all the card readers and everything, I'm in love with a person. No, just in the actual energy of love. It started with a person, and it always did. It just happens to be the same person. But once you're in a loving energy, you're giving out a certain energy and you're attracting that energy. Now, when you're in other energies, and that's what I said, is you're in a karmic energy, you're in low vibrations, you're sending out that vibration and it's coming back to you in that vibration. So that's why it's very important to, when those vibrations come into your thoughts, which is low vibrational thoughts, repressed memories, hatred, anger, regret, you know, all that fucking shit you have, all that shit, sadness and stuff, all that hold up, you know, low vibrational feelings. When they come in, it is your job to shadow work the shit out of that so that it doesn't alchemize. So you don't bring that very thought into existence. It can't come in that form because it's the past, right? Well, you can actually call in that past partner if you're not careful. Or it can come in a different form. And that's what I'm trying to show you, is I called this in, right? And even if it's not this form, it's still coming. As long as I stay open to the possibility of what it is. And that's it, and not shut down. Oh, well, he's never going to call me, and this is all bad, and I pushed him too far, and this and that. If I didn't push you into success, then I pushed you out of my way so success could find me. It's not about that. It's like, dude, listen to the videos. I tried everything to open the door for you. But if not, I kept the door open to anybody that wanted to run past you. That's your fucking problem, not mine. In the essence of when you go after what you want. And that's where it is like, I have to take actions against things that I'm afraid of for the things that I want. But I don't chase. And if there's some man on the other side that's playing divine feminine and saying, I don't chase, I attract, okay, well, you're going to attract some really manly energy on top of you. You're supposed to be the one, and that's where it is like, let's stand in our energy as it's supposed to be. And that's something, as the Lilith, I'll stand on top of you. I'll fly away from this bullshit. But that's what that is all about, and I just wanted to bring that into the bigger fruition. Things are unfolding in your favor, a positive omen for what is to come. Express gratitude for your many blessings. Share your wealth. All right, now, the opposite, and that's what I'm saying, is you're dissatisfied by how things are going, and you feel unworthy of the good things to come. Because this didn't work out, so then nothing will work out, and you don't know what you're going to do, and you got to start over. I don't know. Again, I can't focus. I'm not going to put myself focused on, who or what, because all I can do is spend all my time focusing on my growth. You can get real shot down looking to other people, and that's why you guys turn to tarot, is looking to other people's, where they're at in life, so you can make your decision based on theirs. Why don't you just take action on your own life? And that's really what it is. When I'm called to action, I take action. Now, when we're talking about relationships, that's where I had to become submissive and not be in control. And we read all about that earlier this morning, about being flexible. But that's what it really is I'm waiting for a man to take control. I'm relinquishing control, and I'm waiting for a man to take control, according to what I have stated. And that's really what it is. There's got to be all that way? I mean, no. But, that's... To any of you that are in a relationship right now that you're feeling dissatisfied, it's because you don't feel worthy of something better. You don't believe in something better. It's not about being deserving or putting your partner down. It's just believing that there's hope of something new. I want you guys to make sure to catch... Never mind. I'm not going to point you somewhere else. Just stay focused. Anyways, the Nine of Cups is a place of gratitude or not. At the bottom, we tried to avoid it, is the Five of Coins, which is literally going through some loss. But then there's the Six of Coins and the Emperor. Taking a rest, obviously, because he's hanging. Shut up. I don't want to read these cards at that value. Really? Yeah, that's what I got. Let's go to the top of the deck. Let's let the people on the bottom of the wheel. For those on the top, what is it? See what I mean? Totally different story up here. Collaborations and coming together and working. Because of my motion to be more flexible and compromisable, I've opened more doorways. With just you, being more flexible with you, more understanding with you, more more forgiving and compassionate to your situation, there are others that are stuck in your situation that have opened more possibilities to, that thought they were unworthy because of their simple barriers that you seem to think are impossible. Realistically, I'm sure there was a man out there with children that wondered if I would play that role with him. Why? Because anybody worth loving has already tried to love before. A man that really gave his love before probably has loving children. Realistically. Unless he's young and hasn't had the opportunity. You know what I mean? I just had to lay my head down on that. It's like, this is a no-brainer. This is a no-brainer. Is it always about going raw dog? No, they're pretty smart about that shit. They try not to do that type of shit. You know what I mean? They don't want to give themselves like that. They don't want to lose themselves like that. If they give themselves like that, that's because of something with that woman. They're taking some kind of, risky business, I should say. Three of Coins. Three of Coins. I don't know why the coins come in this book. They're always somewhere different in every book. Teamwork. Co-creating with God, as I'm working with, and collaboration. An opportunity to be part of a team effort or on a project. Well, I went into a huge rant and rave about not having any spiritual fucking not having a spiritual resume to offer me, but at the fact that I still am looking for people to come in and, you know, highlight certain areas of their expertise if they had any to offer to the whole healing experience for others. And that's where it goes back to, do you think my 12 twin flames have any magical powers? No, they're pretty fucking dumb. They have the ability, they're just as powerful as Trump with a pen and paper. Their true power is their power to inspire. And that's what most of you do have the power, but you can't be inspiring when you're disempowered. You can't tell a good story that you haven't fucking walked. So, going back to that, I just want to point it out, is I wanted to point out in that, it's like, there are people that really want to, you know what I mean? Whatever you just made smells delicious. Jesus, I told you I was feeling all kinds of hungry and then sick and everything at the same time. Wow, that smells really good. Anyways, acknowledge the value and expertise of others. And that's what I was trying to point out. It's like, Russ, what do you have to offer to the gang? You're just out there taking fucking notes. Fucking Wolfman's out there repeating everything I fucking say. You know what I mean? What are you guys really doing, bro? Like, what do you bring to the fucking table? What can you really bring? Logic has brought a lot to the table in the healing journey, bro. He shared a lot of himself in small periods of that podcast and throughout. He shared a lot of himself. A lot of really disempowering stories that made him the powerful man that he is. And he had hard conversations. He did straight one-on-one healing with a very immature fucking parent type. He showed so much emotional maturity. He shared some fucking, you know what I mean? He shared some light. The fuck are you talking about, Russell? Lewis motherfucking Hamilton, can you please stand up? I know, ew, it's probably your fucked up ass energy. Too close. Too close for comfort. In the essence, they'll all be around. When I come around. What the fuck is your story, Lewis? You're the only black man to drive a fucking race car? No, we got a Bubba over here that did it quite well. You know about NASCAR? Oh, you never met the guy. Oh, well, come over here and meet some of our players. Shit. What's your story, Lewis? Against all odds, I won. What the fuck was the odds? Nobody was discriminating you on fucking public platforms for your life. You may have felt it just because of the skin you wore, but nobody made you wear it like they wear it out here. Like, really wear the shit. I'm serious, bro. What is your story, bro? That's it? Marshall, you better write a different motherfucking story. I overcame drug abuse, or drug overaddiction. That's all it was, because if you look back at the story, it's nothing about telling about your shadows. You talked about how you're a fucking terrible person and you hate people and you abuse drugs and you're a fucking womanizer and you have fantasies about killing people, having sex with their wife and not in those words. Shut up, Hawk! We love you. I'm just saying, tell a different fucking story, dude. Jesus Christ almighty. What the fuck are you talking about, Royce? What did your life add up to? Married with children? All of that, bro. You went through all kinds of life. And what story do you tell when you get on the mic? What song are they going to sing when you're gone? What will you be remembered for, bro? It's got to be something victorious of overcoming something amazing that people struggle with. That's the resonance, bro. Where are you in your healing journey of overcoming some shit? It's not about going out there and creating an adventure on Adventure Time in my adventure vlog. Make sure to catch that. This fucking midlife crisis man riding around in the fucking jungle on a fucking motorcycle. You know what I mean? Sleeping with bed bugs and shit, trying to, show people what? What are you teaching people about the places that you go? Nothing. It's a home video for you. You're not guaranteed tomorrow, bitches. What are we going to put in your obituary? They were a what and a who to who and what they leave behind? They're survived by who and what? They survived what? How small is this fucking paragraph about your intense life going to be? You're going to write books about me forever. Forever. Because of all the fucking shit that God fucking drugged my face through, and I still overcame with a smile on my face. Talking about, I love you, God. I love you, God. All the shit that people fucking stick into their fucking, stick needles in their arms and jump off of cars and go kill people for. He did to me, and I didn't do back to nobody. Do people no harm. Don't treat them like they treated you. That's the stories, bro. Not sinking to the levels of the pits of hell and becoming one like them, but rising above them and leading them to a fucking greater victory. Shit. Some of you punk asses will only know Kobe for fucking basketball. Because you sat there, a billion pairs of eyes looking hard, but couldn't recognize that he was a true God, bro. Same as Michael Jackson, bro. You couldn't see God in a human form. You just saw the works and wanted to do the work they did. You couldn't see the person. You couldn't see the soul behind the person and the message they were trying to deliver to you. DMX, Nipsey, Nate Dogg. They had real stories to tell your bitch asses. Easy motherfucking E. Tell me a story, Easy. Cruising down the street in my 6'4". Jocking the bitches. Slapping the hose. Simplistic, bro. He had a story to tell. What the fuck are you talking about? I'm just saying. I wanna, Allie, you know what I mean? What's your story? I wish I told you that I loved you. Are you still telling them how much you love them? Or are you gonna go out and tell someone how much you love them? Can you fall in love again? And again, and again, and again, like me? Can you just keep loving no matter how much nobody loves you? Can you just be an expression of love just because it feels good to be love? It would be great to be loved back. I don't know that yet. But I have to live my life filled with love for myself, and that's more than enough. And I have more than enough to give. I'm not running around asking someone to love me, but I'm asking to love the world. I have enough to give. You're too busy trying to get. Anyways, diverse views are helpful here. Do you want to speak on this? Reverse possibility. Group conflict. Disorganized. I don't have groups. And that's where we fell off in the fucking the pagan priesthood book. My group wasn't, my boy band group wasn't doing their jobs. They couldn't sign up for the contract of healing and spiritual evolution in this fucking lifetime. They had more they wanted to accomplish than just becoming great. They wanted to be mediocre. They want to be the best at being mediocre. The best low vibrational. And the award goes to the biggest hater of all times, Kendrick Lamar. The song came on again today. I was like, Jesus, they're still playing this shit. My son's like, I have never put that fucking song consciously into my fucking ears. I'm not listening to your fucking garbage where you're gonna tear down a good man that tried to put you up. Bitch, put you down. I'm gonna turn you down. I'm gonna turn the channel every time you come up. You get no streams from me, bro. Same with Nicki Minaj. Same with some fucking Snoop Dogg. Same with some motherfucking Dr. Dre. I'm not putting their garbage. I'm not participating in your garbage anymore. I'm not part of your garbage anymore, bro. You're fucking garbage. We've seen you to be nothing but a fucking hater and a fucking imitator. Nah! So says Easy motherfucking E. Easy does it. In the sense of, that's it. Our group, they don't get along because they're too busy trying to fucking be better than each other. Am I wrong? Russ, you still trying to be Eminem? Jesus Christ. I had to breathe real hard. My chest hurts on that. I think I need some heart chakra. Seriously, I'm so full of love. So full of love. Realistically, yeah, I'm using a lot of oils right now. I'm very anointed. I'm serious though. My heart is, it's a little bit much. Solar plexus? No, I'm feeling pretty bad. Really? Yeah. And that's the witch hood shit. Shut up, bro. Quit pretending like you got some fucking spiritual authority. You don't fucking do nothing spiritual with your fucking life. fucking manifest, and I work with energy, and I'm all in positivity and shit. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Shut the fuck up, bitch. Come here. Let me rub your shadows. Let me rub your shadows the wrong way. Stroke them. Anyways, yeah, I don't work well with this orgy called these gay guys that don't want to fucking get in their feelings. They want to just stay in their pockets. Their hand. Put your hands up! Oh, that's that thing. That's that thing I always say to Royce. Hands up! Hands up, motherfucker! Hands up! I don't know why. We always been telling that dude forever to put his hands up. Why? Because he ain't got shit in his pockets to begin with? What a waste of life. God gave you such power. And you're such pussies. And that's even fucking Bobby. You have the love of a goddess, and you're over there fucking... hamburger helping it. Beef. It's what's for dinner. Are you chicken? Why did the chicken cross the road? To get to the other side. Anyways, I'm talking hella shit. What are we doing? Talking shit. 4 coins. We are all in our fucking pentacles. Pentaclesing. It's reality. We're dealing with reality. What does it have to do with me? I don't know. It just feels good. My body's feeling better. Until he fucking hooked up that food, and now I'm like, what the fuck were you eating? Where is it? Which one? 4 coins. We didn't go very far, did we? It's a progression, don't you think? Savings, security, scarcity mindset. Oh, there we go. Here comes that money issue. Saving money and creating wealth is beneficial for your security. Beware of becoming possessive for fear of losing it all. Or, on the other hand, becoming a materialistic. Because you are some material girls. That's another one that took about 3 years of training too. The poverty mindset, the scarcity mindset, the need to and desire that I must provide for myself, that if I do not, then nobody will provide for me. Yeah, that's a lack of God, 100%. I worked on that. That was really hard. As a single mother that was over-dominant and very money-driven, that was really hard to break. Really hard. But, you know, when you sit around broke and God keeps providing, you learn to trust Him. Some things to think about. All right, reverse possibility. Overspending, being greedy, or generosity. Yeah, there's a thin line before this one. And that's what I was trying to say yesterday. It's like, you know, God loves a joyful giver. But if you're giving just to be, you know what I mean, to be that guy in the club, round of drinks for everybody, you're poisoning them. Why don't you go give a toy to the kids? It's like money, you know what I mean? Where are you putting your money? Are you actually putting it into helping someone, or you're putting it into enabling or hurting someone? Oh my God. Say it again. Are you investing your energy, your time, and your finances into helping someone become more? Or are you investing your time, your energy, and your finances into enabling someone to stay as less? Be blessed. What does any of this have to do with me? I'm open to collaborations. I don't have many money problems, but I also don't work with the money realm. I do manifestations. I bring the real shit to me. Rather than asking God for a job to buy something, I manifest the something, and the something comes. I go through the middleman. I go straight to the man. Realistically, so, you know, if I want something, I tell him what I want. And if there is some type of work I need to do in order to gain the money to buy it for myself, cool. But he makes it happen. Really? Yeah, it's called co-creating with God. Trusting God to fulfill His promises and taking action in what you need to do. You don't have to do all the work, but you might need to do some. And that's really what it is. You know, Christmas wish lists are going to come up. So then I'm going to tell God, well, I need all this shit, God. And He's going to provide a way to meet our needs. That's what He does. But, you know, you need to get out the way and trust in God for some shit like that to happen. Let's keep going until I can't go no more. Justice. 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 And that's the balancing. Universal law, fairness, and integrity. The depiction of a heart balanced against the weight of a feather. That's where you guys aren't right now, and that's why you're so distorted. Your heart is so fucking heavy right now. It is filled with so much pain. It is filled with so much lies. It is filled with so much hatred. It is filled with so much shame. so much regret, so much abandonment, that there's nothing that we can put in your pocket to lift your heart. There's nothing we can do to lift your spirit. You have to start taking it off. There's nothing, and that's what I was trying to say, there's nothing on the outside world. I can't make your dreams come true. You won't be happy. Because the pains of your heart are holding you down from happiness. We can sit here and take them off one by one. Depending on how painful you think they are, we can get you some mushrooms and sit down and take some of the edge off of it. But we got to go through these thoughts. You got to tell me your memories. You got to tell me what's in there, bro. Your voice has a heart. Your heart has a voice. And it's hidden behind the fucking thoughts in your mind. And you start pouring out the visions of your mind, your heart starts speaking. And when you get all those fucking ugly images out, then you can see the image of God and all these, you know, third dimensional shit. Hey, I want to go back to that. Mario, I went outside today and he sat with me. I appreciated that. That was cool, God. I just remembered that happened. That was cool, God. Thank you for that moment. I sat with Mario and we were just sitting there. He was like, he asked me about the PlayStation and stuff, and he's like, yeah. He's like, you know, you could go and get him, like, you know, cheap games for, like, you know, they have games for a couple bucks and shit. And he's like, but you could also just have him go to the website and he could download free games too. So he was like looking out for my kids and stuff. And then something came up again with the cards. I was like, you didn't see the whole altar? And he's like, yeah, I did. He's like, I just always been afraid of it. He's like, you know, so we sat there for like 10, 15 minutes talking about all kinds of things, and I explained to him about the cards. It's like, there's the scariest card in that deck are supposedly the death card and the devil. I was like, there's no such thing as the devil, dude. We can get into that in another time. But I mean, it's like, the death just means it's the ending of something, and the devil is just facing your own true self, dude. You know what I mean? It's not something outside of you that's making you act this way. It's like there's something inside of you boiling you to make you act this way. And you want to say that somebody made you feel this way, or somebody made you do this and this and that. You're not taking responsibility. And he's like, and that started a huge conversation, because we started on, you know, self-accountability and self-awareness. And he did hear about the weirdo the other night. He didn't know the full detail. He's like, there's some guy fucking jerking off. He's like, the first time they hired him, he showed up in a onesie, and I thought something was weird. I was like, dude, he was a total fucking weirdo. He was a total weirdo. But anyways, he sat down and we talked about it. You know, I was the same way. I was afraid of cards. He's like, I saw your Ouija board in your card. It's like, what is that? I was like, they're just doorways to the spirit, bro. People go to Jesus, you know, they go to the church and they pray, they look upon his face, and then, you know, they ask for his essence. It's like, that's what I do. I carry a doorway to them. I was like, all the extra stuff closes it all off, and it's just offerings, you know what I mean? It's like you put your picture up of somebody, you know, your grandma or something, you're going to put up her favorite jewelry, you're going to put up, you know, it's just, that's how it works. I was like, so all of this is to the gods. I'm working with all forms of gods and trying to teach ungodly people that God came in many forms and to start loving them. I was like, I'm teaching Christians how to be Christ-like, as well as all the pagans, and teaching the Christians that God was over there too. He came to them too in a different form. And that was the funny thing I said yesterday. I was like, God, are you in there? But I really appreciated that. You know, going back to that is like, he sat down, and rather than letting his fear get the best of him, he had a conversation and kind of, you know, we dived in and stuff. It's like, it's real great what I do and stuff, but the real part is, you know, the work. The work. And the work is, and then it'll come, you know, tomorrow we'll have a mini one. We usually have a mini tower on a Wednesday, to break the heart open a little bit. Really? Mm-hmm. It's like they poke you. They put the IV in. They put that thing in and they leave it there. They're not plugging anything into it just yet. It's like, you know, we have to give you a cable outlet. Really? Yeah, it's just a prick. The real pain comes on Friday. But that's what it is you're letting your heart out. You're pouring your heart out. And it comes with, you know, change. It's like, you know what? I'm fucking tired of this. I've never fucking dealt with this. I don't want to do this anymore. That's your heart speaking its truth, and you literally happen to follow it. Take action. You're literally say, I don't want to deal with this anymore. And then you walk out the door. Yeah, you're terrified because you never said that before, but you've been holding that in for so fucking long, and now you don't know where you're fucking going, but you finally let your heart out. And then you'll sit with it, all the ups and downs of, you know, oh, fuck, I should have never said the truth. I should have never did that. I should have never did that. And then you'll sit it in the fact that, oh, fuck, I can't go back now. I can't take that shit back. You sit there with it, and then your heart will kind of start to breathe for a minute, and it'll start to be like, that was good. I'm glad I finally did it. I don't know where I'm going to go from here, but at least I fucking did the right thing. I finally stood up for myself. I finally said my fucking truth. And then you sit with it for a little bit, and then your heart will say, hey, go do this. Call so-and-so. It has a plan. It's been waiting for this day forever. It does have a plan. You just need to calm down, and it'll tell you what to do next. There is a plan on your life when you let go of your life. You're like, I never thought of it. Nope, because you were thinking about other bullshit, bro. When you're open to suggestions, a lot of great ideas come to you. When you're open to help, a lot of help comes to you. But when you're trying to figure it all out by yourself, and you're trying to control it, and you're trying to keep it all together and shit, it's all eyes on you, bro, and you're not letting God help you. But he knows that none of this is good for you, and he's doing everything to push it. He's doing it on purpose. He's making it more and more uncomfortable for you. It's not the devil trying to ruin your very happy marriage. That's not me. I'm not ruining your marriage. Why does you being happy with me ruin your marriage? Obviously, the marriage was ruined for you to find happiness with me and not with her. I'm not the devil. And neither is your feeling for wanting something to make you feel good. Just saying. There's a lot hidden in that heart, bro. And that's what we do. We do that heart surgery work on a Friday, which is Venus, and it's in your heart. And that's that balancing. Venus is, rules over fucking Libra and the fucking your intellect and your balancing. And relationships and all that shit. Don't I sound so fucking astrological? Didn't I learn a lot? I have learned so much in this season with him. I learned a lot about astrology in one season. Alright, the depiction of the heart balanced against the weight of a feather, an idea originally found in ancient Egypt lore. A heavy heart revealed the quality of a person's character. Meaning, bro, you're all sour. You're hurt. You're a wounded warrior. You're angry. You're hurt. You're sad. That's fine. I can help you, but only if you're going to pour it out. I can't help you carry that any longer. You're going to have to carry that hurt heart for the rest of your life, unless you want to come out here and literally pour that fucking hurt out. That's what it takes, bro. It's got to come out of your mouth. That's the hardest thing, is fucking mustering up the words to tell your fucking truth about how you really feel about your life, and you really tell how you're thinking about shit. The truth shall set you free. This card speaks of natural law, karma, and justice. Our past choices determine our present moment. Meaning, that's what I did last week. It's going to haunt me next. Just kidding. That's what led me here. All these decisions lead you to, you know what I mean? Is what we're thinking about today, and that's why God's trying to keep my eye on the prize. It's not going to happen today, or it could real quickly. It depends. The energy is really heavy. I can really pull this in pretty fast. But in the essence, I'm kind of just chilling on it. I'm really chilling on it. It's like, do you want it to come that fast, or you just want it to come? Let me reassess how I want to have sex. I don't want it to be that fast. Just kidding. I want it to be a good time, just not a fast. Just kidding. Sorry, couldn't help it. Your past choices led up to this moment. Take care to balance with your thoughts and your actions. It might be best to be neutral in a situation. Make a decision that is in the highest good of all involved. Meaning, I'm okay with going away. I've always been okay with going away. My heart wasn't okay with it, but it had to have more understanding. You know what I mean? I'm okay with whatever happens. I feel okay. If I died tonight, I wouldn't have any regrets where I wish I would have told you that I loved you. I wish, I have secrets that I didn't, there's things that I held back that I wish I would have accomplished. I'm very grateful for how far I've made it. And if it was to end today, then I end in love and in joy and in peace and in gratitude and in full understanding. And I end up in God's arms with a full understanding that no matter if I leave tonight, God's got my kids and everything's going to be okay. Mario said that to me earlier. He said, why are people afraid to die? You're afraid of what comes next. And you're afraid if everybody's going to be okay when you're gone. It's God. You don't trust God to be God after you're gone. You made yourself God to everybody. And I asked him the same thing. I was like, how long do you want to live? If I asked you for a number, could you give me one? It's like, you going to tell me you want to live to 90? What if you can't wipe your ass after 60? Good point. There's things you want to accomplish. It's not an age. It happens in time. What Pac did in his first 25 years, it'll take us 100 years to do. He used his time wisely. He got to have all the wonders of the world. He had all of the riches, all of the fame, all of it. It all happened so fast. He went from fucking rags to fucking riches, and he spread a good word, and he taught, and he loved, and he lost, and he did a whole life. He had a whole fucking life in 25 years. Everybody that misses him is mad because we didn't keep him here longer to go through more life with us. You wanted him to be hunted longer. You wanted him to go find love. You wanted him to pay bills. You wanted him to make more music. You wanted him to live this experience with us. Misery loves motherfucking company. And you make me feel better about being on this planet. I can't be stuck on this planet without you pushing me to be a better person, and without your love and without you. You made my life better. That's what it means. We're here to, make lives better. To have an impact, to change the world, to, to get, to do some things, to enjoy some things, to experience some things, and that's it. You know what I mean? My mom, I promise you, I remember now. Well, I kind of always remembered. I couldn't let her go, and I kept telling her that while she was in this comacetic state that they had her in. And I kept telling her, I can't let you go, Mom, I can't let you go. Then that night, after I think it was about 8 days, I was ready to let her go. I can't let you stay here like this anymore, Mom. I'm ready to let you go. She died the next morning. We need to let them go for them to know that we're going to be okay. And, in the end, it's like, fuck, my mom died and she didn't give me any fucking life skills and I don't know how to live my fucking life. Fuck, the bitch didn't either. She couldn't give me anything she didn't have. She gave me everything she did have. You know what I mean? And quite some more. You have to, there's a lot coming out of this, and I guess that's why all this energy was kind of killing me. It's all mixed energies in there. Making the decision that is in the highest good for all involved. When you become that better person, it doesn't feel good. You just have to do the right thing. Nobody ever said it felt great to do the right thing. It said I had to do the right thing. They don't tell you how bad it hurt them to do the right thing. And that's where it is you have to make... This whole life is about making sacrifices of self-discipline. Sacrifices. But not sacrificing yourself. What I'm standing at with Bobby is me standing up for myself. For us. Come here, Nana. What are you doing over there? What are you doing? Are you bothering her for food? Leave her alone. I stood up for myself and my needs and my wants and my desires. I stood up for him, for his needs, his wants, and his desires. I stood up for our connection. For our needs, our wants, and our desires. I can lose him for doing this because he keeps telling me not to do this, not to push us into something more, to just enjoy what we are. I can lose him because I want more. But in wanting more, it's more for all of us. And if I lose him over this, it was the right thing to do. And that's where Steve's love tarot says, turn it down and don't push it and don't stand up and be timid and be this. Nah, I'm standing on real business of what I really, really want. And I know you don't want to hear it every time, but I really want this. And I want this with you. And yeah, I know you have all of this, but can we just talk about it? You never want to talk about it. You just want us to keep playing this role, and I want a better role, either in your life or I want someone to play this role with me that's not you, if you can't really do this. And that's really what happened, and that's the highest good. It's like, you know, the right thing to do was not do this and just meet up with him and just keep it cool and play this out and let it evolve on its own, is what they say. And that's where I had to stand up and take action in my heart. Say, first off, you're doing it again. You fucking did it again after you said you weren't going to do it. Shut up, Justin Bieber. That was a great song. That's a good song. Anyways, you said you wouldn't do this shit, and you're doing it. And then you come back, and I'm supposed to be forgiving, but I don't want to keep doing this. I wouldn't have to forgive you if this, you know what I mean, if we faced all this. It's just a perpetual place of forgiveness. In the sense of, why does it have to be, you know, the behaviors? I don't know. And that's where I had to make a decision what that is in the highest good. If he doesn't want to do this because he doesn't want to face the battle of what he has to face, even if I offer him to stand by his side, then I have to stand in my highest good, and I've set out the fucking intentions that this is what I want in my life. I'm ready for that next level love. That's it. And it's going to take a lot on anybody's side, and I realized on mine as well. And I had to see that the sacrifices I'll have to make for this next level love, regardless if it's you or someone else. And if you deny me this next level love, do not think for 1 minute that the universe is denying me this next level love. You're denying yourself in the essence of what you think you're denying me. And that's fine, because I'm ready for it, and that would just mean that you're not. And that's okay, because I wasn't. I wasn't ready for you 8 years ago. I wasn't ready for you 5 years ago. I'm ready now. Are you ready? And that's where it is. I could look at Marshall. I send him those messages once a month. Are you ready? He's not ready. Or he'd be here, and then we wouldn't be having this conversation. And that's where it is. It's like, what's wrong with you guys? You're not ready. You're still in the pressure cooker called life. The older the berry, the sweeter the juice. So says Bernie Mac. Fuck him. That's what he says. Fuck him. Sorry. It's the highest good, dude. If that's what's best for you, it's best not to face this, and it's best for you to stay at home, and it's best for you to keep things the way they are, then that's what's best for you. But I have to do what's best for me, too. What's best for me is to accept my role, to accept my destiny, to accept my fucking happiness. That's what's best for me. To be happy. And not afraid to be happy. Reverse possibility is your inner critic, which is probably tearing you guys alive. Your lack of integrity because you don't do the right thing. And is someone being dishonest? You're motherfucking liars. You're lying, and that's where it is. It's like, can you tell the truth? Oh, you're not going to like this. That's just how it is. I'm like, I've done this a million times, and it's like, you know what I mean? You're standing right there, and it's like, if you say this, you know, and that's where it is. You're being dishonest. You're not telling the truth, bro. You're not being honest about your feelings. You're not being honest about your thoughts. You're not being honest about your needs. You're not being honest about your desires. You're not being honest. And that lacks all integrity. Honesty, integrity, and loyalty are a triangle. You can't break them. If you don't have one, you don't have none. You can't have, you're all honest, but you have no integrity or no loyalty. You're all loyal, but you're not honest. That's not how it works. The three make up one. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit, in essence. Your inner critic is just, I showed you that 3 weeks ago of what happens. A part of your mind starts telling you that you're not good enough and doesn't forgive you for the mistakes that it's made and doesn't trust anybody outside of you. Your heart needs to speak over that voice. I have a video of that, and I didn't even know it was the inner critic. I locked my keys in my car, and I couldn't forgive myself for something so fucking pathetic. And I completely, my mind terrorized me. I broke my window, which means nothing, but it was just a huge thing, and it was just a basic movement. It's like, how could I do this? And I had to sit there and be like, everybody was telling me it was okay, but I had to tell myself it was okay. No matter how everybody tried to make me feel, I had to make myself feel better and tell myself that this is what I had to do, and that it's okay that I made a mistake. But this is what I had to do, and that's really the inner child. It's yelling at you because some adult was yelling at you, and it screams at you because you're not good enough, and you're a fucking idiot, and how could you fucking do this, and nobody's gonna love you, and this is all your fault, and this and that and the other. I know that voice. Lay that voice to rest. Tell it that's talk above it. No, I made a mistake, but everybody does. I'm human. No, everybody's going to understand. No, everybody still forgives me. No, they love me. Talk over that. Talk over the loudest voice, that negative voice in your head. As far as your integrity, yeah. Do the right thing because it's the right thing. Even if it hurts, you do the right thing. Integrity is about doing the right thing no matter who's watching. And the loyalty is to yourself. When it's all said and done, I can stand right here and say I was honest and true. That's that saying. It's like I came to you in love. Maybe a little gritty, but it was all in love and in truth. And as far as being dishonest, bro, you'll lie to people's faces. Straight in their face. Tell me, Bobby, you don't love me. Tell me this is just sex. Okay, then. That's what you're going to tell your wife, right? You're going to lie to both of us? Where's that lie coming from? Yourself. You'll lie to all of us, but we all know it's not. Just being honest, bro. You don't want to face that shit. Nobody wants to face the fucking truth. That's why they don't want to face me. That bitch knows the truth. I don't until you're standing in front of me in some lies. I'm like, wait a minute, what the fuck is this? What the fuck is this? What's the outcome? Action of coins. Knight of coins. Taking action. We're all in the coins. It's reality. How did that happen? I mean, it really did. Did you shuffle your cards? It's the same cards you use all the time, douchebags. Of course I shuffled them. We went from the mind, which was the swords, into our cups, and now we're all in reality. That's pretty fast alchemy. In the sense of you went through your mind and your fucking thoughts, and now you're trying to take action in your reality. What are you lacking? Willpower. Can we get some willpower out here, God? Action coins. Let's see. This is how I learned tarot, by the way, is these descriptions, just so you know. I didn't have a deep description of tarot. I know them as healing. I didn't know anything else. That's why I use my knowing. Patient, methodical, committed, intentional, detail-oriented action. Slow but effective. Productivity, trustworthiness, and responsibility are needed. Can also describe a loyal person or steady relationship. Reverse possibility, workaholic, boredom, and lazy. Well, that's where you guys are. He's a workaholic, you're a workaholic, you're all workaholics. It's boring, and you're lazy. It's boring. You do it so much, it's boring, and it makes you lazy in the rest of your areas of your life. You used all your energy on a fucking crucial job, and now you have no energy to fuck me. That sucks. What a waste. What a waste. You gave all your energy to that fucking job, and you have nothing for the kids or me? How about I get a job then? How about you stay here and I'll come home and fuck you? I bet you I'll still have it in me. Oh no, there's that bitch. I have a headache. Meaning you give me a headache. The very thought of you getting on top of me and rubbing me the wrong way is giving me a headache. I don't know what goes on in your guys' bedrooms. I'm just trying to get in the bedroom and see what goes on. That was funny. Where are we at? Oh god, it's the Six of Cups. Didn't I try to get rid of you? Weren't you at the bottom of the deck? How'd you make it to the top? If you think about it, someone from the past. Didn't I leave you in the past? How are you back in my present and in my present situation? Okay, now I'm hungry. I'm going to go now. Realistically. Oh god, don't say it on the line. I have a concern. I have a concern. And I don't want to say it out loud, but I am very concerned. I have a concern. I'm very concerned about something. Whatever. Six of Cups. Memories, comfort, family. Meeting with an old friend. Not tonight, but maybe tomorrow, because that's the day of communication. Reminiscing. Connect with your inner child. I mean, that's what we're probably going to do. Visit the past, but don't get stuck there. And that's it. You know, you get together with people who are like, oh, we had great times. Yeah, but we're too old for that. We're not going back to the club. Oh, let's go meet at the club again. No, we don't do that anymore. It's cool to come back together with people from a different time and experience and share your stories of time, but you don't get lost in time. I felt like there was a whole fucking story gonna come out of there. Let's see. Reverse possibility. Forgiveness. Repeating patterns. Living in the past. I talked about that earlier. I attacked the shit out of you guys for it. How do you know you're living in the past? Because you're still doing the same thing you did last time? Really? You're living in the past. You have no future. You're not doing anything new, so nothing new will come. It's literally universal laws. I saw the silo on my Instagram. I thought I downloaded it, and I was going to say I was going to share it, but I didn't download it. And he was talking about, in order for you to have something new in your life, you must let go of something old. It's just how it works, guys. Life is limited unless you're over there hoarding, like Russ in his closet, or Lewis in his. I don't have no room for that. As I go into fucking winter, I have to let go of all these great clothes that I got for summer. I spent all summer collecting clothes to wear, and now I have to let them go and fill that whole little cubby space with winter clothes. I'm not going to use those clothes where I'm going. And then it's like, well, you won't have anything for summer. Yes, I will. That's a scarcity mindset. If I get rid of this, I won't have anything later. That's a scarcity mindset, dude. And that's where it is like, and that's part of the waning and waxing of the moon. It's like, I built myself all the way up to finally have sex, only to start tearing apart that whole experience and start all over. Hey, next full moon is going to be great. When's that one? Sagittarius? Oh my God, Becky. Jesus, it might be actually it might be in Scorpio, to be honest, depending on where that motherfucker comes, because we already had a full moon in October. So if it's in the beginning parts of November, it's in Scorpio. If it's later in it, then it's going to catch the Sagittarius. But either way, this is going to be some great sex under that full moon. Sign me up for that one. And that's what I said. I was trying to have birthday sex, bro. But in essence, it's like, well, that didn't work out. Let me try again. Let me figure this out. Let me get myself back out there. I'm not going to give up on myself. Just because he did. Ow, I hit my head. That's what that means. But as far as, going back, sure. I'm going to just keep staying in the past? Sure. And sure. Or maybe not. I don't know. There are some people, bro. I don't know who they are, but they're not on my page because we're over here healing. These aren't happy people. These are hurt people. Hurt people. I attract hurt people to help them. These aren't happy people. But there are some people that found happiness, that they were guaranteed happiness, a happy partnership early on in life to help them get through this difficult thing called life. They had earned that right in past lives. Okay, bitches and gentlemen. I didn't open up to a happy relationship in any of my lives prior to this one. I'm only opening to it as you currently see. Am I opening up the gates of heaven in front of me? I am currently walking into God's fucking paradise of Eden, right back into the Garden of Eden to play the fucking role. Okay, I'm here. I'm ready to play mommy. I'm ready to be your holy union. Say it. Oh, I can't. I'll get there. I'll get there. I'm not there yet. Did you call me your fucking wife? Not your fucking wife. Just kidding. Everybody wants to be called that. I'm scared of that word. Don't call me that. It sounds so possessive. Controlling. Oh, God. I'm going to run away. Just kidding. No, not really. So in essence, no. You were very loving in the last life. You don't get to just walk into a loving. You have to become loving. I had to work really hard. It's not funny. As Marshall watched it, I worked really hard to get this far. To be open to love and not trying to fucking push it away and destroy it every time I see it. No, 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 no. I don't want a partner. I don't want you. Get away from me. Your problems. Get away from me. Get away from me. Get away from me. I mean, I think I told him too. Could be repeating patterns. I mean, it's a repeat. Hit the fucking thing. And that's what I said. Forgive me. And it's equal. He has to forgive me for my outbursts, and I have to forgive him for his patterns. He does it internally. I do it externally. He shuts down, and I explode. Oh, this is a fucking match made in heaven. Why? Because he's a water sign, and I'm a fire sign. That's why. That's why. He's drowning in his emotions, and I'm starting fires with mine. This isn't good. Let's blow some air on it. Could be an air sign. No, get away from me. It was like, I think I might need an earth sign. I need someone to ground me on earth. And otherwise, I don't know. I might set you on fire too. I don't know. Whatever. Moving on. Where's your guys' fire? Oh, damn. Happy to family. Do you see anything bad in these cards? Nope. It leads to a happy family. That's what that card is about. It says it. Happy family. Really? Yeah. Doesn't it look like one? Dude, south of the border. That's where we need to go. See, habla español. Let me take you to Mexico, dude. I learned a lot of stuff down there. It's really great. You'll like it. We can go further south. My Spanish speaking and my eyebrows and my dark hair can get us places, bro. The Holy Spirit will get us everywhere else. Your fucking passport ain't helping. We're going in illegally. No, I don't own a passport. I didn't have hundreds and hundreds of dollars to do it. I can't just buy one, because I'm not going anywhere with just myself. I have to buy 3. Me plus 2. The Holy Spirits and stuff. And I don't think my dog, she needs some papers too if we're going out of the country. I think she needs some papers. Do you need to carry papers? I'm not going to ask him right now. That's a tough subject. What are we at? 10 of Cups. Family, happiness, deep love. A life that is abundant in love and joy. This is, and that's it. As long as I don't shut down, it's still coming in. When? For Christmas, perhaps. Never had a family Christmas. Nope, it's always just me struggling to put all kinds of shit under a Christmas tree. I gave up Christmas last year. It was my hardest Christmas ever. Ever. But I'm always trying to be, you know what I mean? I'm trying to be Jolly St. Nick. I learned after a couple of years, the last couple of years, I learned to buy myself a gift and put it under there. Christmases are always a rough one. I always tell people I'm pretty negative about Christmas when I talk about it. It's like, do you know what Christmas means for a single mother? It means you go broke trying to make other people's dreams come true. You spend all this time putting everything together. They tear it all up in the morning. You have to clean up the mess. You have to feed them. You're responsible for that. Then you're responsible for cleaning up the food. You're responsible for all that. And then you just sit there broke, unloved, unnoticed, just cleaning. You become the biggest house bitch on Christmas. Your job is the happiness of everyone else on Christmas. Really? Yeah, it's a very great feeling. You have to spend all this time getting it perfect and putting everything you ever wanted together. All the stockings, all the everything. Then I got to get all the food together and make sure that there's food. And I have to stay there and watch you open all of this stuff and make a huge mess while I'm cleaning it all up. If I'm lucky, I can get a cigarette in between the time you're eating candy and I have to shove my ass in the kitchen and get food ready for everybody. Then I make all the food while they're still tearing up toys and throwing fucking wrappers and fucking all kinds of shit all over. And we sit down and I might get a meal in, but I can't because I have OCD, so I'm walking around cleaning up more shit and more shit and more shit. Because the more they open, the more shit they throw on the fucking floor. And I'm doing that, and then everybody eats, so then after that I have to clean up the food. And when I'm done cleaning up the food, there's still more shit because they're still opening new presents because I've overdone it. They are literally opening it for at least weeks. Little fucking things. Mom, can you put this game together? Can you take these can you get this thing out? Can you do this? That's all I do. When it's all done, I put it all in trash and then I sit there completely broke with nothing. It is a really great feeling to be on Christmas. The good feeling is seeing other people be happy from my hard work. So that's what I would work real hard for. That was the best feeling I could get out of Christmas, was their happiness. I had none of my own. I thrived off of their happiness. Then I learned to start putting stuff under there. So what would happen is, this is usually what happens, we got really fucked on the birthday situation. I got my 2 daughters and myself in November. So we hit the Black Friday, and I would hit that, and I would buy myself something, and I'd put it under the tree. So then I forgot about it, and I would have a gift under there after they got through all their shit.
Robert is crying on stream because one of his viewers is on hospice, and they have stage 3 cancer. And they were telling him about...
Stop talking while you're chewing your food. That's gross. I can't hear you. Chew the food first, swallow it down, and then finish the sentence.
I'm a slow eater.
No, okay, close your mouth while you're chewing, bro. I'm tasting it. Jesus Christ, I'm gonna throw up.
And he was like, everyone's gonna die, and you were dealt a shitty card. And he started crying about it because
he knows what death feels like. Once you've felt death, you know death.
His grandpa died in hospice. He's like, I don't know what to say.
I was just talking about my mom, how she died in hospice.
Yeah, he's like...
I didn't even know what hospice was. I thought it was some kind of, like, recovery home or some shit. I didn't know it was her last days until we were already, like, 3 days in. I had no idea. I was just sitting there while my brothers were in the room with her, and I read a pamphlet. And I was like, oh my God, she's dying. It was too late. I didn't even know. I thought she was going to wake up. I didn't know she was dead. It was a terrible thing. It was similar to how they put my dog down, dude. Seriously. She was fine one night. They put her in. They checked her in. We ordered all this food, and we sat there with her on her bed. And then they put this stuff. They got her ready, and they put her on these IVs. And then she was just asleep for the next 4 days in that bed, making noises. My brothers and sisters said they talked to her. Like, she said stuff, but she didn't to me. She just laid there with her eyes closed. And I held her hand and cried a lot, talked a lot. She didn't say anything to me, but they said that they talked to her. Yeah, that was a time in my life. I was in college. I was going through management and training. I was going through so much. I was trying to keep my ex-husband. He was going, oh man, there's just so fucking much, bro. It was so fucking much. Just trying to put him through fucking college, his veterinarian assistant fucking bullshit. There's so much going on when she died. After she died, I tried to keep it all together, but fell off in college, lost the job, ended up winning tickets to Lollapalooza and left. Just left everything, left my life. Had a super meltdown back then. That's when I met Marshall. Oh, lovely. Anyways, what are we talking about here? 10 of Cups. A life of abundance. Yeah. This card is of a contentment and a beautiful relationship. Be they love, friendships, or family. Wholeness. I have that inside of myself and with my spirit guides. I don't have that outside of myself with actual people. But I did talk to Morgan. She sent me a message. She was like, I miss you. I was like, I fucking miss you. I love you. That meant so much. She told me, that her friend acted weird. She didn't expect it. She had to throw him out. She said her and her baby daddy are trying to work out some stuff. I said I was going to come see her today, but I passed out. I don't even know what happened. I just fucking was out. I couldn't even come out of it. I was feeling really, really weird today. I had a lot of weird symptoms today. Reverse possibility, distance, isolation, and strife. Well, I mean, if you don't feel a closeness, then there's distance. If you're not, in a group, which is that 3 of Cups, then you're isolated. And the only reason this is happening is because you're funking. Who are you funking with? So functified. There's a good story of the brat tat make your neck snap back. She's a cool ass rapper. Realistically, you're fighting yourself. Probably you're not fighting this person. Like, am I fighting with Bobby? No, we're fighting our own feelings and our own selves. I'm not really fighting him. I mean, I might have said some fight words. What did I say? Hey, through you, I talked about stuff that nobody ever talked to, and I apologize that you have to be the initiator of the conversations, but through you, I realized there was things I wasn't going to do. Alright? Realistically, I knew the conversation would come up, dude. You're fucking totally you're totally obsessed with the size of my ass. Most men are. The next thing I was like, alright, you're going to want to fuck me in the ass. I didn't want to go there. Alright? Not to mention, you know what I mean? All of the other shit. There's lots of shit that just came up. And, Was it fully directed at you? No, it was directed at my future. Whether it be you or whoever. And these are things that some other guy's not giving up his fucking pornography, and he's gonna fuck his bitch in the ass whenever he wants. That's fine. That's your girl. That's how you guys get down. I feel that my man can be fully pleased without having to do that to me. And I don't want to have to tell him no. I don't want this conversation to ever come up. I want him to know my boundaries. I don't want to deal with a man that has an addiction to fucking pornography, because in that case, my pussy is not going to be enough for him. Flat out. That's what we talked about. I don't want a man that is fantasizing about other women all the time on his phone from social media sites. That's me. I'm different. There are other girls that none of this shit bothers them, bro. They want to even be part of it. Call the girl. That's not me. I have to be true to what's me and not try to be what you want, but be honest about what I want. When I was in domestic violence and I was in these relationships with these men, I had no sense of self, and I did some really terrible things to myself. Just, you know what I mean? I really disgraced myself by not caring about myself and only caring about them. And the fact of, if I didn't do this, then they weren't going to love me. I did all these terrible acts, dude. Anything to keep a man pleased that didn't please me. I have every reason to fear losing myself in submission, because I know for a fact I've done it before. So it's very important that I don't do this again. I am not submissive, but I built myself to not do that again. As you can see, it's very much in me to be self-sacrificing and over-pleasing to other people. And it took a lot of rehabilitation to just say that. And there's nothing wrong with standing on business like that, bro. There's many men that will respect that, and it's not even a fucking issue. They're not going to try to push that type of shit on me. They're not going to try. It's not even something I got to worry about they're doing. They don't follow. Ali doesn't follow. He does follow some, but not fucking hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of fucking brainless bitches that just got their titties out. You know what I mean? Like, you make a girl wonder, what the fuck are you looking at? Why are you liking her picture? No, I like her. What? Her titties? And that's what I mean. It's like I'm not competing. We're not comparing. We're eliminating all of this. If I'm not enough, then I'm not enough. And if you're not enough, then you're not enough. And we're okay with that. We're okay with not being enough for everyone, or being too much for someone. We're okay with that. We don't need to be less of or more to be loved. I don't have to give myself up and disgrace myself and cross my own boundaries for your love, for your affection, for your attention, for your commitment, for your loyalty. It's boundaries, bitches. It's standing on the truth, dude. Like, no, I understand that everybody else does it, but I'm not everybody else, and you're not going to treat me like everybody else. I am different. You got a different type right here. You have to treat me with a different type of authority, respect, compassion, understanding, forgiveness, and an absolute amount of love that you've never given to another person, because that's what you're about to get. And you can't get freaked out when I'm loving you. And that's really what it is. There's this thing, it's like, you're afraid of having the love taken away. Why does that happen? Because you don't give, because you're rejecting it. What happened, guys? Why did I end up back here over here? Because you rejected my love? And where is he? Rejecting my love? Why are you guys rejecting a good time? Because of what? You're afraid of what? Losing me? Where am I going? Where am I going? There's a lot of things you're afraid of, but in the essence, that's what happened. What was I supposed to do? Just sit there at your door waiting for you to, come to your senses and realize that you lost it, that you're rejecting the one thing that you really wanted? No. I took my rejection, cried about it, and I went on. You said I wasn't good enough. Bobby, I never said you weren't good enough. You did. You said you couldn't be what I wanted. I never said that. Russ, I definitely told you. And you proved it. You proved every one of my fucking fears, that you would be that dominating, controlling, possessive, materialistic fucking bastard. That would never give me no love. That would use everything he bought for me as fucking power over me. And I would be stuck there with no way out because he owned the fucking pocket. And nobody would ever take me after fucking being with a person like you. Yeah, you validated all my fears, bros. All of it. And that's why she can't leave. She deserves better. And so do you, for that matter. But you guys don't know your worth. Or actually, this is... You're getting what you... I guess, ultimately, you're getting what you want in life. Bobby decided he wanted more. And that's how he ended up with me. He took some serious risks. But there was some part of him that decided he wanted more. And so he went after it. And then, you know what I mean? After he gets it, it's like he can't take any more because of what it'll take to have more. But in essence, that's what made him do what he did. Was it me? I never even talked to him, bro. He found me. I don't know. You think about the big story of how I met him. It's like, I guess God made us find each other. We were both going through serious fucking life events at that time. He was like 25, I was like 30, and it was like, Jesus Christ, I was going through all kinds of shit. I was going through my divorce. I was trying to find a new life. I was going through all of that. He was moving, he was growing up, moving out of his mom's house, trying to find himself, trying to become a man. I was trying to become a woman. It was very interesting at the times that we met each other. Very interesting. And that's where it is. It's like what brought us together then at the same time. That, every time there's a life shift, we end up right at 117:27. We end up right in front of each other. It's like, it's that soul contract. But that's why Russ stays in my head, too. The contract was to make sure that I never felt alone while I was going through the dark night of the soul. And that's why, as much as I didn't want him to be there, he was there. It's like, Jesus, at least I know Russ isn't here with me. He's never not here. I remember when I got initiated into the light and I'm having like an epileptic seizure. I'm seeing nothing but light in front of me. It's just light. I'm in a white room. It's so bright. I can't see anything. I'm like, I can't close my eyes to make it go away. I can't make it go away. It's right around Christmas, New Year's. It's the full moon of Christmas. Literally, it's on Christmas that this happens. And I'm all fucked up. And all I can see in there with me is an image of Russ. And I'm like, I'm gonna fucking kill you. I wake up the next morning, I send him a message. I was like, what the fuck you're doing? The fuck? You better fucking leave me alone. In the essence, he's always trying to fuck with me, and here I am in a real dying place, and there he is, looking down upon my dying body, is how I felt. Then they pulled these cards later that said, you have allies, and it's like that. It's like, even in the weirdest places, his soul is there looking upon me. It's like, oh, there's Russ. Since I saw Bobby that night, I've had this ringing inside of my ear that has never gone away. I knew it to be his before that, because when we would talk, I would hear it. It would be this humming. Anytime I was in his energy, there would be this humming inside of, I'd feel this humming frequency. So since then, it's just there. It has not gone. At night, it goes quiet because he's sleeping. But I can tell right away it's just a humming. It's like he's here with me, even if he's not. The other day, I heard it get real loud. And I was like, I don't know if he's loud in his thoughts or something. But it's like that. It's like, I don't know. A oneness, I guess. Something like that. When we go back to this, as far as your Ten of Cups, the Ten of Cups means a wish fulfillment. What does that look for it to you? It shouldn't be anything less than a happy family. If you're asking God for anything less than a happy family, then you're pretty much not human. Because that's what he made the human experience for. Go be abundant. He wanted you to have, you know what I mean, a partnership, a holy union, and have a happy family. How do I know? Because that's what he offered me, and I turned down, and here I am. I had everything but that. You can't have a happy life without happy. You can't have a full life without that. I can't be full of life. I can't be done with life without the happy family. And that's Marshall. You're going to give up? You're not going to do it in this lifetime? You think you have time to do it in another lifetime? Why are you denying yourself the ability to have a happy family? Because you're afraid of what happened last time? You're living in the past. You don't trust yourself. You don't trust God. You don't trust women. You don't trust that this could be better. That's what I have to do all the time. I keep getting fucked up by Bobby and just the whole situation. But I gotta keep believing it'll get better, or it never will. And those thoughts of what has happened is going to keep happening. I'm not wrong to say that he's going to ghost me, because that's what he does. He doesn't know how to deal with it, and he shuts down. So it's not like I'm manifesting this. No, I know you're going to do this, because he doesn't know what else to do. He hasn't learned a new coping mechanism. Imagine spending your whole life shutting down. It's kind of hard to open up. I would know. It ends good, or it doesn't. And you're in control of this. It's your thoughts and your feelings that are calling in your reality. Got it? I feel a little bit better. I poured out a lot. I'm going to go have a meal, and I'm going to have a bath, and I'm going to have a walk. I decided I'm going to walk instead of driving tonight. I'm going to go walk somewhere. Try to burn off whatever the fuck I'm feeling. And that's what it is. It's just I think, I'm pretty sure. You know what I mean? Like, when you go through a lot of stuff mentally and emotionally, it has some crazy effects on your body, bro. You know what I mean? When you're really tense, you can't eat. When you're really tense, you can't sleep. When you're going through, and then if you have too much on your mind, you just want to pass out. You're so overwhelmed. Some people actually eat their emotions, like, you know what I mean? That makes them. They run to food to make them feel better, like comfort foods and shit like that. I have some of those. If you ever see me eating Arby's, it means I've kind of lost control. Really? Yeah, it's a sign. It's a sign of I'm not in a good energy. But typically, if I'm in a great energy, I'm eating like Chinese food. Panda Express. I love Chinese food. That's my soul food. If I go past that, then I'm in a bad place. But otherwise, that's what it is like I have to find other ways to feed my soul. My typical coping mechanisms aren't working. So I have to find other ways. And that could just be the body, you know what I mean? Like on a day-to-day, what the fuck is up with my body? Well, you fed it jalapeno poppers only. The shit is popping off in there. You might need to put some milk or something else in your body. Good point. I don't know. I just saw them. I was like, that looks delicious. And then I was like, I can't just cook 3 of them. So I made a whole box. And I was like, well, what else? It just seemed greedy to make something to go with them. There was like too many of them. So then after so many, I was like, fuck, I'm full. And I didn't want another meal, but that probably wasn't the first thing you should put on an empty stomach is jalapeno poppers. They were really good. Anyways, I think I'm going to put something else in my stomach and then take a nice bath, and I don't know. And that's also sleep it off. I've been going through a lot. I'm processing a lot of thoughts. And with those thoughts come a lot of emotions, a lot of highs and lows. I'm processing a lot of fears, a lot of possibilities, a lot of ups and downs. Nothing really in the negative sense where I feel like I lost something. And that's what I mean. I'm in a positive-ass energy. But I know that, there's a lot of negative energy around me. That's for sure. Hey, Viva la Mexico. I'm not Mexican, bro, I swear. I just lived there for a while. I'm actually fucking... That's what was so crazy when I found out my heritage. I was like, no way. I'm Venezuelan and Guatemalan. French and Irish. Honestly, yeah, I got it all going on. We got some fucking great blood. Thank God I'm covered in the blood of Christ. And then let's put some fucking, some universal planetary DNA, and I'm a whole fucking fire sign over here. Hey, guys, I was just trying to pour my heart out, and I did. And that's where it was. Where's that damn heart card? There it is. You gotta balance this. You gotta balance your truth. You gotta let your truth out. You gotta pour your heart out. And it's gonna be ugly. Really? Yeah, you have a hurt heart. It's gonna be ugly what comes out of there. And it's not gonna, you can't find the right words. The heart doesn't have, that's where it is. You see me trying to find words to describe it. Can't tell you what it is. I can only tell you what it feels like. And once you start expressing those feelings, you start feeling those feelings. So trying to tell someone you're angry, you're going to express that anger, inevitably. Trying to tell someone you're hurt, you're probably going to start crying. Trying to tell somebody that you're frustrated, you're going to get even more frustrated. As you speak the feeling comes out through your words. Yeah, it's pretty difficult shit what we do here. Hey, I love yous. I'm going to take a breaky break and we'll see if anything else comes out of it. I think the good stuff was what? Just balance and shit. I don't know. There's no bad things. Just lessons to be learned. I'll review this lesson and see if there's anything I didn't learn. Where are you at in your karmic lessons? I don't know. Let's see what this card is. The star. Sign of hope. Love you guys. Laters. Bye.